what a $10,000 per month person's daily routine actually looks like. $10,000 a month. That's the number most people think about when they imagine financial freedom. Enough to cover rent, bills, savings, and still have money left over. But here's what nobody shows you. What does the actual day of someone earning $10,000 a month look like? Hour by hour, habit by habit. Because it's not what Instagram wants you to think. It's not private jets and pool parties. It's something far more interesting and far more achievable. Let me walk you through it.
Welcome back to Money and Longevity. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the daily structure of high earners and showing you exactly how health habits make every hour of that day more productive, more profitable, and more sustainable.
Section 1. The Morning Block. 5:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. 5:30 a.m. The alarm goes off. No snooze. And crucially, no phone. The first thing a $10,000 month earner does is not check notifications. They protect that cortisol window we talked about in video 1. 5:35 a.m. to 6:15 a.m. Movement. 40 minutes of exercise. Could be a run, a bodyweight circuit, a walk with intention. The format doesn't matter. The consistency does. This is non-negotiable because they know that skipping this tanks their cognitive performance for the rest of the day. 6:15 a.m. to 6:45 a.m. Shower, high-protein breakfast. We covered this in video 3. Eggs, Greek yogurt, something that stabilizes blood sugar and fuels the brain. Not a $14 green juice. Real food, fast, under $2. 6:45 a.m. to 7:15 a.m. The planning session. This is where the day gets designed rather than reacted to. They write their top 3 priorities for the day, not a to-do list of 20 things. 3. The 3 things that, if completed, would make the day a genuine success. 7:15 a.m. to 9 a.m. Deep work block 1. Email is still closed. Phone is still face down. This is the highest value work of the day. Creating content, building systems, making strategic decisions, writing. The prefrontal cortex is firing at full capacity, and they protect it fiercely. That's 3.5 hours of the day gone, and they've already done more meaningful work than most people do all day.
Section 2. The Midday Block. 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. 9 a.m. Now they open communications. Emails, messages, calls. But only now. By batching communication into a defined window rather than reacting to it all day, they protect their focus and reduce the cognitive switching cost that kills productivity. Research from the University of California, Irvine found that it takes an average of 23 minutes to fully regain focus after an interruption. If you're checking your phone every 10 minutes, you are mathematically never in deep focus. 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Deep work, block 2. Calls, client work, content production, business development. This is where the income-generating activity happens. 2 solid hours of output. 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Lunch and a walk. Not a working lunch, an actual break, a real meal, again, high protein, real ingredients, and a 20 to 30-minute walk outside. This isn't laziness. This is strategic recovery. Study shows that a midday walk restores attention and boosts afternoon cognitive performance by up to 34%. The $10,000 earner treats their brain like a professional athlete treats their body. You don't sprint for 8 hours straight. You work in blocks with intentional recovery between them.
Section 3. The Afternoon Block. 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. Lighter cognitive work. Admin. Scheduling, responding to messages, planning content, reviewing numbers, tasks that need to get done but don't require peak creative energy. This is important. High earners match the type of work to their energy level. They don't try to do their most creative thinking at 2 p.m. when the post-launch dip hits. They save that window for tasks that require less brain power. 3 p.m. to 5 p.m., a second communication window plus any final deliverables. By 5 p.m., work is done. Not at 9 p.m., not at midnight. Done. This might be the most counterintuitive thing about $10,000 earners. They work fewer hours than most people think. Not because they're lazy, but because they protect their energy so fiercely during working hours that they get more done in 6 focused hours than most people get done in 10 distracted ones. Section 4. The Evening Block. 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m., personal time. Family, cooking, hobbies, exercise if they didn't go in the morning. The evening is protected from work, not because they don't care about their business, because they know that recovery is part of performance. 6:30 p.m., dinner. Again, real food, high protein, vegetables, nothing that spikes blood sugar before bed. 7:30 p.m. to 9 p.m., wind down. Reading, light stretching, a conversation with someone they love. No social media scrolling, no news cycle anxiety. The goal is to lower cortisol, reduce mental stimulation, and prepare the nervous system for deep sleep. 9 p.m., screens off. We covered in Video 5 why blue light kills melatonin production. This isn't a suggestion for high earners, it's a rule. 9:30 p.m. to 10 p.m., the final ritual. Write 3 things that went well today. Set tomorrow's top 3 priorities. Take 5 deep breaths, sleep. Lights out by 10 p.m., 8 hours of sleep, and the whole system resets.
Section 5. The income breakdown. How $10,000 per month actually happens. Now let's talk about where the $10,000 actually comes from, because it's almost never one source. A realistic $10,000 month for someone building a health and finance brand might look like this. YouTube ad revenue, $1,500 to $3,000 from a channel with 20,000 to 50,000 monthly views in a high CPM niche. Affiliate marketing, $2,000 to $4,000 from supplement brands, finance apps, and book recommendations. Digital products, $1,500 to $2,500 from guides, templates, and meal plans sold on autopilot. Brand sponsorships, $1,000 to $3,000 from 1 or 2 brand deals per month once you have an audience. Dividend income, $200 to $500 from investments built up over time. Total, $6,200 to $13,000 per month, from multiple streams, no single point of failure. And here's the key. Every single one of those income streams was built and is maintained by the daily routine we just walked through. The morning deep work block builds the content. The healthy habits sustain the energy to show up consistently. The sleep and stress management keeps the decision-making sharp enough to grow the business. The routine is not separate from the income. The routine is the income.
Outro and CTA. Let's recap the $10,000 month daily routine. 5:30 a.m., wake up, no phone, protect the morning. 5:35 a.m., 40 minutes of movement. 6:15 a.m., high-protein breakfast. 6:45 a.m., plan your top 3 priorities. 7:15 a.m., deep work block 1, best work, best energy. 9 a.m., open communications. 10 a.m., deep work block 2. 12 p.m., real lunch and a walk. 1 p.m., lighter tasks matched to lower energy. 5 p.m., work ends, recovery begins. 9 p.m., screens off, wind down ritual. 10 p.m., sleep, 8 hours, non-negotiable. This isn't a fantasy, this is a system. And systems can be built by anyone willing to start. If this video gave you one thing to implement today, drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Subscribe for weekly videos on building the health and the wealth together. And next week, we're covering what a $10,000 month person's investment portfolio actually looks like and how to start building yours from zero. See you there.